When relentless wildfires engulfed Los Angeles, the world blamed nature. But Melania Trump saw something no one else did, a truth so shocking it risked exposing a shadowy conspiracy hidden in the ashes. In January 2025, Los Angeles faced its worst wildfire season in years. The flames, fueled by fierce Santa Ana winds, consumed over 10,000 structures, claimed numerous lives, and displaced hundreds of thousands. Amid this chaos, Melania Trump arrived in California to participate in a high-profile charity gala, aiming to raise funds for displaced families. At an evacuation shelter, she heard a firefighter's peculiar comment: "These fires aren't behaving like normal ones. It's like they're picking their targets." The cryptic remark stayed with her, sparking a curiosity she couldn't ignore. As Melania reviewed news reports and fire department updates, she noticed an unsettling pattern. The ignition points formed a deliberate trajectory. This wasn't a natural disaster, it was planned. With her characteristic poise and sharp intuition, she decided to investigate further, unaware of the dangers awaiting her. Melania dove into her investigation with determination, reaching out to environmental scientists, firefighters, and even satellite imaging experts. While many dismissed her questions as coincidences, the evidence she gathered painted a troubling picture. The ignition points were too precise, as if following a meticulously designed blueprint. Her research uncovered something even more disturbing. Vast areas affected by the fires had been purchased just months earlier by a mysterious company, Terrasol Holdings. The transactions were suspicious, often at inflated prices, and the company's name appeared repeatedly in areas hit hardest by the flames. This wasn't nature's wrath. It was deliberate destruction orchestrated for profit. Driven to uncover more, Melania examined public records and discovered Terrasol Holdings was tied to Victor Grayson, a billionaire with a reputation for ruthless business tactics. Grayson's companies specialized in land development, often in areas cleared by disasters. As she traced the chain of events, a horrifying motive emerged. The fires weren't just accidents. They were tools to clear valuable land for lucrative redevelopment projects. But Melania wasn't the only one digging. Late one night, as she sifted through documents in her hotel room, her phone buzzed with an anonymous message: "Stop asking questions, or you'll regret it." The warning sent a chill down her spine, but it didn't deter her. If anything, it made her more resolute. Despite the chilling warning, Melania pressed on. Knowing she was getting closer to the truth, she decided to reach out to an investigative journalist, Rebecca Lynn, known for exposing corporate corruption. Rebecca agreed to meet Melania in a quiet cafe in downtown Los Angeles. As Melania laid out her findings, Rebecca's expression turned grim. "This isn't just about greed," she said. "If what you're saying is true, we're looking at a web of corruption involving high-profile figures." Together, they pieced together a damning timeline: land purchases by Terrasol, the fires, and rapid redevelopment plans submitted mere days after the destruction. One discovery stood out: a leaked email from Victor Grayson to his executives with the subject line Operation Ember. The contents detailed the strategic use of external measures to expedite land clearing, with the promise of massive profits. It was a smoking gun, but proving its authenticity would be dangerous. As they left the cafe, Melania noticed a black SUV parked nearby. Its dark-tinted windows were impossible to see through, but it wasn't the first time she had seen that vehicle. She calmly told Rebecca, "We're being followed. Stay alert." Later that evening, Melania returned to her hotel to find her room ransacked. Documents were scattered, and her laptop was missing. On the desk was a single note: "This is your last warning." It was clear she had struck a nerve, but instead of fear, a surge of resolve coursed through her. They were trying to silence her, and that meant she was closer to the truth than ever. Melania realized she couldn't rely solely on digital records. She needed hard evidence. The following morning, she visited one of the fire-ravaged areas under the guise of supporting displaced families. While touring the ruins, she noticed something strange: a line of trees untouched by the flames standing amid a neighborhood reduced to ash. Nearby, the charred remains of homes bore scorch marks in peculiar patterns, as if the fire had been directed with precision. Her suspicions deepened when a local resident, Elena Torres, approached her. "I saw drones the night before the fires started," Elena said, showing Melania a blurry photo on her phone. It depicted a small, unmarked drone hovering near her property, equipped with what appeared to be a canister. I reported it, but no one took me seriously. Elena's account aligned with a theory Melania had been developing. The fires were ignited deliberately, likely using advanced technology. It wasn't just arson, it was a calculated high-tech operation. Determined to confirm this, Melania reached out to a trusted contact in the tech industry, Dr. Ryan Chen, a former drone systems engineer. Dr. Chen analyzed the photo and confirmed the worst. "This isn't a commercial drone," he explained. "It's custom-built, likely military-grade, capable of precision drops. Whoever's behind this isn't just wealthy. They have access to cutting-edge tech." The puzzle pieces were falling into place, but with each revelation, the danger grew. Melania knew Terrasol Holdings and its powerful allies would stop at nothing to keep their operation hidden. That night, she encrypted all her findings and sent them to Rebecca, urging her to prepare for a public exposé. But the black SUV reappeared, this time parked directly outside her hotel. The message was clear. They were watching her, and time was running out. Melania knew she had to act quickly. She arranged a secret meeting with Rebecca to finalize their exposé. They decided to release the story through multiple trusted outlets to prevent Terrasol from suppressing it. But as Melania reviewed her findings one last time, an encrypted message appeared on her phone. "Proof of Operation Ember attached. Use it wisely." The attachment contained damning evidence, schematics of drones equipped with incendiary devices, financial transactions linking Terrasol to corrupt officials, and internal communications detailing the strategic timeline of the fires. One chilling line from Victor Grayson stood out. "Ensure the fires spread fast and wide. The land must be cleared before the quarter ends." Melania and Rebecca worked through the night verifying the new evidence. They knew the exposé would trigger shockwaves, but also retaliation. As dawn broke, they finalized the report and prepared to send it to major news networks. But before they could act, Rebecca's phone buzzed with an alert. Their draft had been accessed remotely. Panicked, they realized their secure server had been breached. Within minutes, Melania's phone rang. A distorted voice warned, "Drop this or you'll never see daylight again." It was a direct threat, but Melania refused to back down. "If they're this desperate, we're on the verge of exposing something massive," she told Rebecca. To safeguard the evidence, Melania copied it onto multiple encrypted drives and delivered them to trusted allies, including her husband, Donald Trump. Although hesitant to involve him, she knew his resources and connections could protect the truth. "This isn't just a personal fight anymore," she told him. "This is about justice." The tension reached its breaking point as Melania and Rebecca prepared to unleash their exposé. With the evidence secured and multiple news outlets on standby, they set the publication to go live simultaneously, ensuring Terrasol couldn't suppress the truth. However, the danger wasn't over. As Melania left Rebecca's apartment that evening, she noticed the black SUV tailing her once again. This time it wasn't content to observe. The vehicle sped toward her, forcing her to take evasive action. Her driver swerved through crowded streets, narrowly avoiding collisions before finally losing the SUV in an underground parking garage. The close call left her shaken but even more determined. "If they're willing to kill to keep this secret, we have to act now," she thought. The next morning, the exposé hit every major news outlet simultaneously. Headlines blared, "Operation Ember, the shocking plot behind LA wildfires." The report detailed Terrasol's use of drones to ignite fires, the corrupt officials who enabled their plans, and Victor Grayson's ruthless strategy to profit from devastation. The public reaction was immediate and explosive. Protests erupted outside Terrasol's headquarters, demanding justice for the displaced families. Investigations were launched and warrants were issued for the arrest of key figures, including Victor Grayson and Senator Maxwell Cain, whose involvement was laid bare in the exposé. Cain, under mounting pressure, publicly denied the allegations, but leaked emails proved otherwise. Victor Grayson, however, had vanished. Reports suggested he had fled the country, leaving his empire to crumble in his absence. The fallout was swift and far-reaching. Terrasol's assets were frozen and its executives faced indictments. But amidst the chaos, Melania received another anonymous warning. "This isn't over. There are others watching." As the dust settled, the world began to grasp the true scale of the conspiracy. Families displaced by the fires were finally getting answers, and investigations into Terrasol exposed a labyrinth of corruption involving not just corporate greed, but also political collusion. Yet despite the exposé's success, Melania couldn't shake the unease lingering in her heart. One evening, as she prepared to leave Los Angeles for a safer location, she received a heartfelt letter from a mother whose family had lost everything in the fires. "You gave us hope when we thought we had none. Because of you, justice feels possible," it read. The words reaffirmed Melania's belief in what she had fought for, not just exposing the truth but restoring hope to those affected. Donald Trump, leveraging his influence, ensured heightened security for Melania and Rebecca. He also used his platform to call for sweeping reforms in land acquisition laws and wildfire prevention measures. Under mounting public pressure, Congress passed the Wildfire Accountability Act, mandating stricter oversight of land purchases and the use of advanced technology in disaster-prone areas. But Melania's journey came at a cost. Rebecca decided to step away from journalism temporarily, fearing for her family's safety, while Melania herself chose a quieter life, away from the spotlight. Yet, she remained vigilant, using her resources to support displaced families and advocate for environmental justice. Months later, Melania received an anonymous package containing an old photograph of Victor Grayson with several unnamed individuals, all tied to industries with vested interests in California's lands. It was a haunting reminder that the battle against greed and corruption was far from over. In her final public statement about the ordeal, Melania said, "Truth has a cost, but silence is far more expensive. We must all fight for what's right, no matter how powerful the opposition." Her words echoed across the nation, inspiring others to take a stand in their own communities. And that's the incredible story of how Melania Trump uncovered one of the most shocking conspiracies behind the LA wildfires. If this story inspired you, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more eye-opening stories. Together we can shine a light on the truth.